So Sigma's a good friend of mine, and I hadn't talked to her in a little while, and I had asked her like, "Hey, let's get some games in soon. Like, I haven't talked to you in so long," and she's like, "Can you hop in a call tonight? We'll catch up. We haven't talked in forever." I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So Ash IV, he's the captain of the content team. He was in the call when I joined the call. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they didn't get to the point quickly. We're just kind of like shooting the shit. And I was like, oh, okay, right. And then they asked me to be a part in it. Of course, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, she's a beauty.
Welcome to Tarducks, a podcast for content creators to come on, share their experiences, stories, and advice. And today I am super happy to have probably one of the newest Twitch partners, newest member of Evasion. I have Fudge XL. Welcome.
How you doing? Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, well, thank you for taking the time to do this. I know how busy all you content creators are, man, trying to, it's more than just playing a video game.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So what we normally do is we start off with 3 rapid questions, or 3 quick questions anyway. And you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. So as a little kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a police officer.
All right. And now you can take any active player in the NFL and put them on the Giants. Who are you putting on the team?
Ooh, this has got to be a rapid question, right? I'm going to go I'm either going to go Patrick Mahomes or Quentin Nelson, the left guard on the Colts.
Yep. Yeah. All right. And then finally, you're going out to your favorite restaurant to eat. What are you eating?
Chipotle.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, first of all, congratulations on partner. That's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still shook.
Yeah.
It's been like a week and I'm still like, I can't believe it's happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And now you're going out to TwitchCon as a Twitch partner. You're getting behind the velvet curtains essentially. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Excellent, man. And also congratulations on being on Team Evasion.
Yeah, thank you. That was I set a few goals for myself this year. One of them I wanted to be selected as a captain for Evasion Trios.
Yeah.
One of them was to join Team Evasion, and the other one was Twitch partner. And
yeah.
Luckily, I grateful enough I hit all 3 goals. So
yeah. Now you can just take the rest of the year off, dude. You hit your goals.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right. So what did you do before streaming? What was your career path?
So while I was in college, I was a car salesman.
Yeah.
So I was kind of part-time school, full-time work, which I actually kind of attribute part of my success in streaming because of my car sales job, because you have to be so personable and be able to just talk to anybody, so it's kind of helped me out in a way.
Excellent. All right. And now, what part of the world did you grow up in?
I was born and raised in northern New Jersey.
Nice.
Kind of like right outside of New York City.
Yeah.
Like we said before we start recording, I'm currently living in Virginia.
Yeah.
Completely different, but it's all right. It's all right.
So when I think of northern New Jersey, I'm thinking like northwestern part, trees and everything like that. Or were you really close to the city?
I was closest. I was about 15 minutes from New York City. So it was the suburbs, but it was very fast paced still.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. All right. So now what about, when did you start playing video games? What were some earlier video game memories?
So growing up, my parents both worked full time. So when we were kids, I mean like 2, 3, 4 years old, we would always spend basically every day at my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
And my aunt growing up had a Sega Genesis and a NES.
Yeah.
So she kind of like outgrew them, and it was just kind of like, here, kids, play with this.
Nice.
And so I remember growing up playing like Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario Bros. And that's kind of like where it all started.
Yeah.
But I think where I really got kind of like hooked into video games was Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
We would have all my cousins at my grandma's house, 4 controllers playing like GoldenEye and stuff like
Nice.
that. So,
Oh, cool. And now, when did you transfer or jump to PC gaming? Was that later, much later on, or?
that was actually kind of right at the start of COVID, like maybe right before quarantine started.
Yeah.
I decided to just purchase a gaming PC because I've always kind of wanted one. I actually never really had the intentions of streaming.
Yeah.
But one of my buddies, actually one of my mods, who I've known for years, we went to high school together and whatnot.
Yeah.
He was like, well, if you're gonna game, you might as well stream, and you have the personality for it, so why not give it a go? So I was like, oh, okay. But at that time, I had like a $600 pre-built. I mean, the thing, it could barely run games, let alone stream and games. So
Yeah.
I think I had that for about a week, and then I upgraded to like a 2080 Super,
Yeah.
Ryzen 7, that whole stuff. So
Oh man. Now, was it much of an adjustment to, start playing on a computer, keyboard and mouse?
yeah, so I would say it took me about a month on not so much the keyboard, but the mouse aim.
Yeah.
As opposed to a controller. It took me about a month to get like somewhat decent at it.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
that's 2 years ago. So
And now, what were some of the first games you started playing on a computer?
Apex, Warzone, and Fortnite.
Okay, so you just jumped straight into first-person shooters.
Yeah. It's like really all I play.
Yeah. No sports games, no football, no Madden.
I used to, but they're the same thing every year. You know what I
It's
mean? Like
bad.
they don't really have anything new that's worth like, oh, I really got to pick up the new Madden this year. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Did you ever get into the whole, ultimate Madden team, like building that out, or?
so that was fun for a while, but
Yeah.
then again, the same thing. It kind of just got repetitive. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Totally. Okay. And now you said your buddy convinced you to go streaming, so how long ago was that?
I've now been streaming for about 2.5 years.
Yeah. So was that put us like middle of COVID or beginning of COVID?
I was like right at the start of COVID. So quarantine, I want to say, started in March because I was furloughed from my job at the dealership.
Yeah.
And I think I started my first stream in December. So like it was kind of just like I started it just as like it's a hobby when I get home from work.
Yeah.
But then when quarantine started, I was like, well, let's try to take this somewhat serious. You know what I mean?
Oh, no way. That's awesome. Now that first time you went live and you had, strangers in your chat, what was that like?
So the first time I went live, I had in the title giveaway at 50 followers because I knew like that's how many followers you needed for affiliate.
Yeah.
And somebody came into my chat and was like, wait, are you serious about like, I don't even remember what I was giving away,
Yeah.
but they're like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. So I'm pretty sure they follow botted me.
Oh, okay.
And at the time I didn't know that was a thing. So I just like see all these follows. I'm like, holy hell, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And then, fast forward, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I definitely got follow botted.
That's awesome. Oh, so now what do you think has been the toughest thing to get used to since going live?
Managing goals versus personal life.
Yeah.
So a lot of my friends don't exactly kind of understand the whole streaming thing.
Yeah.
They're not, I mean, some of them play video games, but they're not like super invested into it.
Yeah.
And there have been times where there's been barbecues or, get-togethers of sorts. And I'm like, well, I gotta work more or less. And they go, oh, work. Haha. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, being able to, overcome that has been difficult, but I think as you get more and more successful in it, they start kind of looking at it a little bit differently.
Yeah. Okay. And they don't understand what else goes into it. All of that. It's just not just playing a video game on camera, multiple hours a day.
No, I put more time off stream than I do on stream.
Yeah.
For sure. Without question.
Yeah, because you're taking care of your socials. You're uploading videos. Now, are you focusing on a certain platform with your VODs or spreading it out across the board?
So I kind of spread it out all over. I've been slacking with long form content, meaning
Yeah.
like longer length YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But I really kind of started catching my stride with the short form. So
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
And I would say that's been like a huge proponent in hitting partner and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's the short form ones. You don't know what can hit, but if it hits, it could be 1,000 views, 10,000 views, and that can bring viewers over to where you're really communicating and bringing them into your community.
Yeah, I mean, I had one video go like so viral that I've had friends kind of message me and be like, I had a friend who doesn't even play video games send me your TikTok or send me your Instagram post. So like that's kind of cool to see that it's not just inside the video game realm, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, since you went live, what would you say is the pinnacle so far for you, the highlight?
Oh, it's got to be hitting partner on
Yeah.
stream. Yeah, without question.
Now, tell us the partner story. How many times you apply? How'd you find out?
So I applied once.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people several apps. So I guess I was fortunate enough to get it on the first try. But I was playing with my buddy Nixon, Dadlife, and Kiings.
Yeah.
And I always have my Twitch like dashboard up on my right monitor.
Yeah.
So in the top right corner, there's like that little notification bar. I'm the type that hates notifications. So every time I see one, I just click it to get it like away.
Yeah.
And so I click on it and it says, you're now eligible for the partner ad incentive program. So not even like, congrats, you've been invited to the partner program.
Right.
It's like, hey, you got ads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is this? So I click on it and then it brings me to the partner agreement. And I'm like, still confused. Like, what am I looking at here? But I kind of like have an idea.
Yeah.
And then I pull up my phone and go check my email, which is when I saw the congratulations, you've been invited to the partner program.
Yeah.
And lost it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. And now, getting to partner, it's not an easy thing. Getting, you see your viewers move up incrementally, like, maybe one or two over a couple of weeks. When, like, did you notice a certain time when all of a sudden you got over this one hump and then you hit another hump?
So I would say so I've been streaming for about 2.5 years. The first year and a half, I was streaming to 5 viewers.
Yeah.
I mean, I was playing like Fortnite, Warzone, some of the most oversaturated games.
Yeah.
Really, I wasn't even posting like content anywhere. I was just hitting go live.
Yeah.
And then I found Tarkov, and slowly but surely I went, 15 viewers, 20 viewers, but I kind of got stuck around 30 to 40 for a while. For like a good 6, 7, 8 months.
Yeah.
I was stuck there. And then recently I've had a lot of videos go kind of crazy on TikTok and whatnot. And I think that just kind of propelled me over that hump.
Yeah, because that's got to be disheartening somewhat, or defeating, or deflating. Like you hit that, like, okay, I'm moving up, I'm hitting 30 and 40. And it's like, how do you get traction? Like, how do you get up that hill?
It's tough because you look at it and you say, well, I'm doing everything right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, at least I feel like I'm doing everything right. I'm consistent with my schedule. I'm consistently posting videos.
Yeah.
Why am I not growing? But you got to also realize that even in a small space like Tarkov, it's still super saturated where, there's only so many viewers for so many streamers. So, it takes time. It takes time, and eventually you hit your stride and you just kind of ride the wave and try to keep it going.
Well, I think also probably what helped is, the networking, because I think the Tarkov community is very friendly, very, like get along with everybody. And you started playing with a whole bunch of, other content creators, and it was just, I think that helps as well.
That was always something that I tried to do was just, and it wasn't necessarily for, hey, this is going to help me grow.
Yeah.
It was more so, if this is the community that I'm going to be invested in,
Yeah.
I want to get to know as many people as I can. I like making friends, you know what I mean? So let me game with a bunch of people, and, you know, maybe you find some people you really gel with and you start gaming with them all the time type of thing. So
yeah, and it's great because, you know, everybody, like, you know, you're back and forth with Dadlife, you know, the short, you know, the little TikToks going back and forth. I think that is so great with what we have and with everybody doing that.
Yeah. Dadlife is definitely one of my best friends. Like I talk to him so much off stream, but like we don't really get a chance to play as much as we used to, because he's got his content ideas that he's working on, and I got my stuff that I'm working on. So but yeah, no, he's I love gaming with Dadlife.
Yeah. And then Kiings, you said you play with Kiings as well. He's another character as well.
There's nobody quite like him.
There is not.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, how'd you end up hooking up with him?
So I used to mod for Velion, and I was also his TikTok editor for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just through their friendship, I became friends with Kiings. And
Oh, nice. Okay. So who else have you modded for?
That's really it.
Yeah. And now, how did you get into that modding role?
So I used to hang out in Vel's stream when I first started playing Tarkov.
Yeah.
And he had like just hit partner when I started watching him.
Yeah.
And then I would see his TikToks, and he was just quite literally grabbing clips and just throwing them on there, no edit or anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, you're a partner now. You have to have like good quality stuff out there. He's like, well, I don't know how to do it. So I was like, let me help you. Like, I'll throw a few out there for you.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, I'll teach you how to do it. Never taught him how to do it.
Yeah.
And just did it for a little while. And then, you know, I started getting kind of too busy on my own. So
yeah. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Now, I see your flag behind you. It says, does it say Big Fudge Mister or?
So my initials are MR.
Oh, okay.
Michael Roberts.
Yeah.
So it was BigFudgeMR, but I changed it to Fudge XL because everybody called me Big Fudge Mister. So I was like, no, that's not gonna fly. So I changed it. But yeah.
Okay.
That was the original, the OG.
I like
brand.
the logo. Now, where did the bear come from? Just because of, you know?
I just kind of looked at like a lot of the content creators that I watched that were kind of like a inspiration for me to start streaming.
Yeah.
So like Tim the Tatman, Courage JD, and you know, they all had kind of like animal logos. I was like, let's pick an animal. Then I was like, well, what do I pick? I'm like, well, I'm kind of like just like a big bear. So like, you know, there you go. You know.
Nice. How tall are you?
6'5".
Okay. Yep. That matches up there. And now I saw you put out a tweet, you know, saying, hey, should I go Fudge or Fudge XL? And now, did you, you know, what'd you stick with?
So I want the name just Fudge.
Yeah.
Right. But that is taken by actually a partner. But the original idea, like, so it's BigFudgeMR. It was originally, I wanted to just be Big Fudge.
Yeah.
But Fudge XL kind of stuck. Like, it had a good ring to it. So if I can't get Fudge, I'm probably just going to stick with Fudge XL.
I think it works, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now, you know, you've gone through the last 2.5 years streaming. What advice would you give somebody who's thinking about hitting that go live button for the first time?
Figure out like how to grow on other platforms, and don't strictly rely on growing on Twitch, because Twitch's discoverability for the most part is kind of non-existent.
Yeah.
So by growing your social medias elsewhere, you can then funnel everything back to Twitch.
Yeah. And now, you know, you said you started out playing Fortnite, COD, Warzone. How were those communities compared to the Tarkov community?
As far as like my stream community?
Yeah. Like, did they stay with you, or did you get new people?
It was all new people.
Yeah.
I would say that for the most part, smaller games like Tarkov have tighter knit communities.
Yeah.
As where if you're a Warzone streamer, it doesn't feel like, or at least to me, it didn't feel like as much of a community because it's so saturated that they can just go watch anybody. You know what I mean? So it didn't really feel like much of a community.
Yeah. And then piggybacking off of that, how about, did you do much in the community, the COD community, Warzone community, like you do in Tarkov community?
Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. There's just too much going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's too many streamers. It's just too saturated. It didn't feel like, you know, with Tarkov, you have these organizations like Evasion and so on and so forth, and you know who the people are because it's a smaller community. It's not like that with Warzone, so it's harder to stand out.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. And now, how did you find the game Escape from Tarkov? What was your path?
My buddy who I worked with at the dealership, he streams on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he was always like, "Well, you'll really like this game. Like trust me." And I actually gave it a try for a couple months, and I was like mid-wipe, and I couldn't kill anything, and I hated it. So I was like, I'm never playing this game again. And then Wipe was coming around, and he was like, "Hey, you know, Wipe's coming around. I think you'll really enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Give it another shot." So I was like, okay. And then when I got back into it and it was a fresh start, I was like, oh, okay. I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's absolutely one of those a tough game to get in mid-stride when everybody's got their gear and whatnot. And then you're coming in as a Timmy trying to, you know, understanding the bullets, the maps, and just, it's a lot to deal with.
Oh, yeah. It could be overwhelming for sure.
What's the thing about Tarkov that sucks you in, that hooks you?
I think it's kind of like the adrenaline that you get. Even now, this is my 5th wipe.
Yeah.
The adrenaline that you can get in like an intense PvP fight is like there's no game quite like it.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. The pucker factor. You can, you know, the pressure's enough to create diamonds, you know, it's that, you know,
or even the feeling of like when you find, say, like a LEDX, you know what I mean? Like a super high value item. It's like you get so excited because you find this, you know, high value item that I feel like other games don't have that.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, what was the toughest thing to, you know, get your head wrapped around?
Probably the PvP.
Yeah.
So my first full wipe, I was kind of like a rat. Slash Timmy. I just kind of
say that like you're like ashamed of that. No, don't be.
No. So like I was like scared to lose gear. You know what I mean? I had the gear fear everybody talks about, right? So I would kind of just like creep around corners, hit the stashes, and just like try to survive.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I really want to get good at PvP. I need to like try to PvP. So the next wipe, I was like, I'm just W keying everything. I think I had like a 30% survive rate, and I was always dying, but I was getting better at it. And then, you know, as time progresses, you just get better.
Okay. And now what is your go-to map?
Shoreline.
Yeah. Shoreline's a good one. And your least favorite map you have to go to?
Either Lighthouse or Woods.
Yeah, Woods is a tough one. Now, can I assume that your least favorite quest is the 3 bolty kills on Woods?
No, I think now my least favorite quest is the Stray Dogs.
Oh, what's the Stray Dogs ones?
Killing all 3 goons.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because they cycle maps, you'll like search for days, for weeks, hours on end trying to find them just to get one tapped when you finally find them. So it's like,
I haven't gotten to that one, but the one that I find I struggle with is the cultist one because they're never around.
Oh, see, I don't do that because it's not Kappa required.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. Yes.
I as soon as I get Kappa, I just stop tasking altogether. No weekly, no dailies, none of that.
Yeah. See, like I got Kappa a couple times, and now my end game is just 42, all traders unlocked, and I'm just enjoying that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And that's the thing I like about this game is you can play this game however you want, you know, like whether you want to be that rat, whether you want to chase quests or just go after the PvP engagement. That's the great thing about it.
Yeah. So I was talking to Sigma one day, and she was like, every wipe she tries to set a new goal for herself. So whether it be no run throughs, she did one wipe, or let's try to get as much rubles as we can, or as many thick items cases as I can. So you really, there's like a ton that you could do in the game, in different ways you can play it. And I think that's what makes it so unique.
Yeah. And now what's your opinion on the state of Tarkov right now? Don't hold back.
It's tough because I love the game so much, but the game just feels so stale right now.
Yeah.
It feels like there's like desync is at its worst. It feels like cheating is at its worst. And it really feels like the content is just dry. Yeah. So it's been getting increasingly tougher to play the game.
Yeah, it feels like we hit this stagnant point a lot sooner than we have in past wipes.
I think maybe it's because the content that they released with this wipe isn't all they cracked it out to be.
Yeah.
So like typically when they wipe, they release something new that gets people excited and keeps people excited. But if the new content is kind of dry, then that excitement's going to go away quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're a long ways away before Christmas or January before when that next typical wipe will happen. You know? Now
we need an event or something.
Yeah,
like a mid-wipe event.
Yeah, because it's been quiet the last few weeks too. Hasn't been much coming out of them.
Yep,
you know,
for sure.
Maybe now that the COD beta is sort of wrapping up, maybe they're going to surprise us with the arena or something. Oh,
I can't wait for arena.
That's going to be good, isn't it?
That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah,
that's going to be so much fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see some of the. So I think they said arena was what 5v5.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see some of the 5-mans that different streamers put together as like this is what we're gonna go in and slay out as. So
yeah, I would love to see some sort of a league where you just you get commitments from the head crackers and let's go 4 Friday nights, let's bring them all in and match them up and let's see what happens.
I'm sure you'll see that. I'm sure you'll see something. Arena has the potential to just open so many doors for Tarkov.
Yeah.
So I hope it does too. Obviously that will help the game grow. What I'm hoping will happen is you'll have people come over from other games to try arena.
Yeah.
And then they'll like arena and go, okay, I want to play the actual game now. So
definitely. And now the other piece that arena will not so much arena, but the offline co-op mode that opened the doors for some people to sort of run their own controlled tournaments and events, which I think is nice, but I think it's it's not enough to keep people keep playing the game right now.
Yeah, so I mean it's fun, but it's also kind of tough to organize. So Evasion hosted a offline PvP co-op weekend where they just took, a bunch of streamers, made them captains, and you had to pick your teammate, and, it was like a duo event. And, it was like customs and labs is what we did. So 2 hours on customs, 2 hours on labs. And I had a blast. Yeah. I mean, that was some of the most fun that I've had, but I don't know that I could do it every day or every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And now what, back in Christmas, we got the really good patch with VoIP and everything like that. What was your take on VoIP when it got, introduced?
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And even to this day, it's like, I don't know that I hit partner without VoIP.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. At least not right now.
Yeah.
Not as quickly as I did. It's definitely been a game changer. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I liked it how initially VoIP came and it was like, everybody's rainbow and unicorns. Everybody's helping each other. There's no backstabbing. Then a month later, it's like Lord of the Flies. All right, now shit's getting real.
That's the best. That's the best. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, did you have any concerns, when VoIP was coming? It's like, oh shit, hopefully it's not going to be like PUBG.
I mean, as a content creator and a streamer, you definitely have to be kind of like cautious of some of like the things that people say and people do. But I'll be honest, I think I've maybe had like one or two like pretty negative experiences.
Yeah.
So, so far it's been fine. I haven't had to really worry about much.
Yeah. And I think a large part of that, why it's been a positive experience, is I think it's just a mature, older group of people playing this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're always going to have those, not so nice individuals that are going to abuse it in a way and be toxic. But for the most part, you're right. It's an older group, I would say, for the most part. So because of that,
Yeah. And also,
no
I think
issues.
because you have to pay to play versus, a Fortnite, which is free. You don't. You've got some skin in the game to be in the community essentially.
Yeah, for sure. That definitely helps.
Now, do you like? So, do you prefer to run solo or run with the squad?
I would say the most that I'm comfortable with is trios.
Yeah.
Solos is fun for like when I'm like trying to make money or something. But usually duos or trios is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Once I get outside of that, I kind of get like overwhelmed with how many comms are going on at one time. So
Yeah. If you want to lose friends, play 5-mans.
yeah. I'll tell you what, I played 5-man for the first time. I think this wipe the other day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I think I survived one raid in like 7 hours. Like it was so chaotic because I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people that they run 5-mans all the time, so for them that they're fine with it. But for somebody that never does it to then do it, it was a struggle for sure.
Well, especially if you're bringing in people you don't normally play with, their call outs are different. Their play style. This is one game where you're playing with somebody. You got to have have it tight.
For sure, without question.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, who do you normally roll with?
I would say like my go-to duo is Fab, not Fab TV.
Yeah.
He was actually on my team for Evasion Trios, and I've played with him the most out of anybody this wipe for sure.
Yeah. Okay. And now, how would you describe the Fudge XL community? Somebody's coming to your stream for the first time. What are they in for?
They are in for a lot of loud music, a lot of jamming. They like to watch me suffer.
Yeah.
They love to watch me die in raid. They're very quick to tell me to get better at the game, you know, but it's all in good fun. You know what I mean? It's all in good fun. I would say my community is very tight knit. You get a lot of regulars. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of regulars that are gaming together and in Discord together and hanging out together. So it's kind of cool to be the person that kind of is surrounding that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And to be a place where like people can come make friends and people that they can game with and hang out with and so on.
Isn't it amazing how, 10 years ago you're hanging out with your buddies in the bars and now you're developing these friendships that are, fantastic and going to be, long life friendships because of
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say some of my friends that I've met through gaming are closer friends than some of my friends that, I've known for years. Like, personally know them. But I talk to my gaming friends more than I do my home friends.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because you're spending so much time. You're in your comfort zone. They're in their comfort zone. It's just relaxed and for the most part, most people are being honest and just cool to hang out.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the best part about gaming.
Yeah, definitely. And now you say loud music's playing. What's what are some of the 5? Give me 5 of the songs that are off your on your playlist. That's
so you got to go Luke Combs. Yeah. Just anything Luke Combs.
Nice.
Some Queen.
Yeah.
Big Booty Mix.
Okay.
Two Friends Big Booty Mix. That's always a banger. I just have I have like a Spotify playlist that has like 700 plus songs that it's titled like the Fudge Stream playlist.
Yeah.
So I'm always just kind of adding new things to it, and it's like all like variety of things. I mean, from Michael Jackson to country to rap to, I mean, you name it.
Yeah. Now, do you have any of the King's songs on there? Any of his own songs?
I didn't know until Velion sent me your podcast. I didn't know he made music,
dude.
And I heard it was good.
It was really good. And hip hop.
Yeah.
I did not expect hip hop.
Oh, he sent it to me and was like, just listen to this.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize at first what I was listening to, but you know, Kings has a very distinct voice.
Yes. Yeah.
And I heard it. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Like, no shot. Yeah. Good for him.
Absolutely. I thought he was pulling my leg when he was telling me he was a signed, recording artist.
Yeah. We got to get him to do a song with Pastilli.
There you go. Yeah.
Kalada or whatever it was called.
Oh man, isn't the community just fantastic? Where we
It's
could
so
just,
good.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely. And now, so Team Evasion, how did that all? First of all, just for people who don't know, what is Evasion?
So Evasion is Tarkov's premier esports organization. So they host tournaments every season, solo tournaments, duo tournaments, trio tournaments, as well as various community events. So Evasion has their two subdivisions, as like their team would be considered. So they have their competitive division, and then they have their content creation division, which I am a part of. As far as how I became part of Team Evasion, so I had gotten the privilege to play in Evasion trios, not this past season, the interchange one, but the one before that on Shoreline.
Yeah.
So I played with Chusky and the Blue Dude.
Yeah.
And I was hooked. I was like, this was the greatest thing I've ever played in. So after that, I kind of started hanging around, Sigma Stream a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like keeping a following, around Evasion. And really just kind of saw the group of people that were part of the organization and quickly said, like, this is something I want to be a part of because, the people in that organization are just phenomenal, outstanding people. I have nothing bad to say about any of them.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a part of it because you kind of look at it and say, they're doing so much for this game,
right,
and for this community, that's something that I want to help with.
Yep.
So I quickly said, this is a goal of mine, and whatever I can do to make it work, let's do it. So.
And now, how did you find out? When did you get the call or the text, or how did it go down?
So I hadn't. So Sigma's a good friend of mine, and I hadn't talked to her in a little while, and I had asked her, like, hey, let's get some games in soon. Like, I haven't talked to you in so long. And she's like, can you hop in a call tonight? We'll catch up. We haven't talked in forever. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So Ash IV, he's the captain of the content team. He was in the call when I joined the call. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, and then, they didn't get to the point quickly. We're just kind of like shooting the shit. And I was like, oh, okay. Right. And then, they asked me to be a part in it. Of course, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. You really couldn't ask for better people. I've had Sigma on, Ash, Garlum, Brian. They're just all, good people. Just
great individuals. Yeah.
Yeah. And the product they produce is, top tier for, for what we get out of Tarkov and, other communities.
Yeah. A lot of people may not see the work that they put in too, because a lot of it is kind of like behind the scenes stuff, but how hard everybody in Evasion works for the Tarkov community. It's just incredible.
Yep. And you can just sense the pride they have, everybody's all in and it's really great to see.
Yeah. I mean, me too. I'm very proud to be, part of Team Evasion, and you know, like I said, I had 3 major goals this year, and
Yeah.
joining Evasion was one of them.
Yeah. And now you're going to TwitchCon as a partner. When did you
yeah.
make that decision to I'm in?
I knew I was going to TwitchCon for a while, but
Yeah.
maybe a couple months ago we decided we were going to drive.
Yeah.
Don't know why. It was actually my suggestion. But so no, me, my buddy Fallen and our buddy Steve-O all kind of live close together.
Yeah.
Fallen also being from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Steve-O's in Pittsburgh. We were kind of just like, you know, we'll just make a little road trip out of it. We'll
Right.
stop in a few places, you know, we'll vlog the whole thing.
Yeah.
And,
Nice.
and just see what happens. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
now as we get closer and closer, I'm like, damn, I wish I bought a plane ticket.
Yeah, because it's maybe one thing to get out there. That's going to be fun. The conference, and now, now we got to drive home.
Yeah. So it's a 42-hour drive if we went straight through, but so Fallen's kind of made like the itinerary for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we have a few states that we're stopping in. Excuse me.
Yeah.
A few states that we're stopping in, a few places that we're going to go. If you ask me, I have no idea. I'm just kind of there for the ride, you know? And, you know, it's definitely going to be fun. It's definitely an experience.
Yeah.
The ride there, I think, is going to be great.
Yeah.
But the ride home is going to be miserable.
Yeah. I guess the only saving grace is this is not happening December or January. You know, when roads could be just like crap as you're coming home.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. That would have been bad. And please tell me you guys aren't all like fitting in like a Civic or something like that.
No, God, no. So we're taking my car. I have a Honda Passport. So it's like basically like a Honda Pilot without the third row. So it's pretty spacious.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, God, no.
So now what are you looking forward to most, you know, when you get out there?
Just meeting some of my friends and seeing some of my friends again that I've made in the Tarkov community.
Yeah.
A few months back, a bunch of content creators came out to New York. We got an Airbnb in New Jersey. I didn't stay there because I live so close.
Yeah.
But, you know, I hung out with them, you know, every day. So Mandini was there.
Was this Ash? Yeah, I saw pictures of that. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if you were there or not. I was like, I was going to bring it up, but I couldn't find any pictures. So like,
yeah.
All right. So yeah.
There's a picture somewhere of me holding Mandini like a baby. Mind you, kid's like pretty bulky. He's like 200 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but no, that was a great experience. So I look forward to seeing all those guys again, and you know, getting to meet some of my friends that I haven't met yet. You know, so that'll be.
So now, how did that get together all come to?
Actually, Fallen was the one that organized it. He kind of just put it together, and then he shot me a message. It was like, "Hey, I'm planning this. Like, do you want to be involved?" I was like, "I'll come hang out." I'm like, I'm not going to stay in the Airbnb. I live 15 minutes away.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll definitely come hang out. And so he put it all together, and that was so much fun because I mean, we went to New York City.
Yeah.
You know, we went to bars,
right?
A bunch of good food spots. So yeah, that was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. And now, okay, so I got a tip for you when you get out to TwitchCon. So I just had Mr. Gibbon on. Okay. And he went to TwitchCon and he got partnered on the day he got there. So
no way.
Yeah, so
that's
was
cool.
A mind-blowing experience. But he was standing in line for a meet and greet with some people, and he stood in line for an hour, and somebody came up to him, dude, as he was getting there, you're partnered. You don't have to stand in line. You can just go. And so that's.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I mean, I don't necessarily know that I'm gonna want to do like a meet and greet type of thing. I mean, that's not really something that I would say I'm like into, is like, oh, I got to meet my streamer or whatever. But I mean, I guess it's a
good
just thought. You
tap
know?
somebody. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. That's it. Move on.
Cool.
Yeah. So now what else? Any is there anything scheduled right now that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so Thursday night is the partner party.
Yeah.
So obviously, being that I just hit partner, I'm super excited for that.
Oh God, yeah.
Friday night, there's a like Tarkov streamer dinner that a few of us were invited to.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. And then other than that, it's just kind of doing whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, that's gonna be
play it by ear.
so cool. Just to get,
Yeah.
see all the people that you play with and actually have some beers with them. That's gonna be a good time.
Oh yeah. What I want to happen, somebody's got to organize it. I'm not going to do it because I'm like the least organized person you'll ever meet. But what I want is, if you saw the EU Twitchcon,
Yeah.
somebody organized a like Tarkov meetup day.
Yeah.
Where everybody kind of went to one centralized location, and there's like a group photo with so many people, and
Yeah.
I thought that was super cool that everybody kind of just like got in one area
Yeah.
and just like hung out for a bit. So
That's awesome. And now, have you ever been out to San Diego before?
I haven't.
It's a very nice city. Weather's fantastic. Yeah, you definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, I haven't been past Texas. So,
Oh, no way. Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
I've never been to the West Coast.
So you haven't even experienced Vegas yet?
No, which is, I think, a good thing. Yeah.
It's good for about 3 days, and then you want to get back to reality.
That's what I hear, but I like to gamble a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do it all the time, but being from New Jersey,
Yep.
we go to Atlantic City quite frequently.
Yeah.
It's like a weekend thing, me and my friends.
Yeah.
I just love me some blackjack. So
Okay.
maybe not the best idea to go to for a few days,
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the weirdest thing to see, I walked by one, I can't remember which casino, but there was like $1,000 slot machines that people were just yeah. And seeing these little old ladies drop, it's like, that just like blew my mind. It's like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, you go watch Twitch, 10,000 spins. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
So,
true.
which
Absolutely.
is wild, but
Yep, that's a whole different ballgame altogether. So now all right. So let's go back to Tarkov for a second. You get to pick an all-star squad to run with four other guys, all-stars. You name it, they're there with you. Who's your sort of dream team?
what kind of format are we looking at here?
You
Is
call it.
like
They're going to run some raids. You say okay. You say their name. They're showing up. You're picking a map, and this is what you're doing.
I'm gonna gotta go with my boy Fab.
Yeah.
Of course. I'll probably say Velion,
Yeah.
just because I would say he's got to be one of the best in Tarkov in my opinion. Gotta go with Velion. Probably Lupo.
Yeah.
S tier content from Lupo.
Oh yes.
And we'll go Kings. We'll throw Kings in there. I think that'll
Dude.
may not be the best, like we're gonna go win every game.
Yeah.
But I think the content would just be phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
So,
And you made a wise decision not including Batty, because Batty and his grenade launcher, it's just he should be licensed before he can take that into any raid.
well, he's got his beard, so
That's true. Yes, absolutely. So now, when you're not streaming, what are you doing off stream? What's your some of your things besides playing blackjack?
No, I mean I don't play black. I don't want it to sound like I have a gambling problem or anything like that. I don't play blackjack that often, but I do enjoy blackjack. So that's why I'm saying if I'm going for a couple days, I'm going to be playing some blackjack. You know what I mean? But when I'm off stream, I'm literally obsessed with this job.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm off stream, I'm quite literally doing something that revolves around my streaming, whether it's networking or editing or looking up ideas and so on and so forth. So I really don't have much downtime.
Yeah. Now I see a guitar over your shoulder. Do you play the guitar?
No. So, okay. No.
Okay.
But I picked that up at the start of quarantine and I was like, I might as well learn something out of this. Right.
Yeah.
I started taking lessons and then quickly realized that my hands are way too big for a guitar.
Yeah.
And said, not for me, but I have it. So
Yeah.
might as well put it somewhere,
There you go. Absolutely. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for doing this, dude. This has been great.
Oh yeah.
You survived.
I enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. One other thing. What's your prediction for the Giants this season? Where do you think they're going to end up?
So do you want the fan in me to answer that, or the realistic?
I know what the
answer?
fan in you is going to say. I want, what's realistically.
I think they finished third in the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they finished third in the division. Don't make the playoffs. I think they'll finish above the Commanders. I think the Eagles will win the division. I think the Cowboys will come in second.
No, you just made Ash happy.
Yeah.
What do you think the Giants need?
We have another hour to talk, or no? O-line,
Yeah.
Receivers, quarterback, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, and I saw you playing a picture you posted of you playing softball. So you do get outside and touch some dirt and whatnot.
That's a pretty old picture.
Oh, okay. All right.
I put the caption said, I miss playing sports with the boys.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was a few years ago, that picture. But I used to play flag football, softball. Like I used to be super active, but
Yeah.
not so much anymore.
Don't forget, you do need some exercise. You can't be sitting at, that's as much as you love your job, you got to get out there.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Oh, before you go, so you got to call out somebody. Who should come on Tarducks and join the family?
Who should come? Oh, so I get to.
You get to call out somebody. Yeah.
Fab.
Okay.
That'd be Fab.
All right.
You got to have Fab on here for
There
sure.
we go. Absolutely. Yeah, I tell you and Poole are on the same thread because he called out Fab, so he's definitely going to get on here.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah. Now
absolutely.
he has to. Now he has
definitely.
to for sure.
All right, Fudge. Hey, have a great trip out to TwitchCon, and maybe when you get back, we'll have to talk again and get the lowdown, some of the dark secrets.
Hell yeah, man! It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you having me.
Thank you, man. All right. Well, you have a good night, and hopefully your Giants do a little bit better than what you think they'll do.
Yeah, probably not.
No, probably not. All right. Take care, man.